Hello everyone and welcome back to another very exciting chess game from 1986 this time, and this is from the Australian Chess Championship which was played in Adelaide, Australia in 1986. And in this chess game we have Susan Polgar, the former women's world chess champion, and of course the older sister of Judith Polgar. And her opponent was Robert Jamieson, who was multiple times Australian chess champion, who represented Australia many times in chess Olympiads. A pretty strong chess player actually. So this is a must-see, a very interactive chess game. And don't just watch, but at the critical moments, try to guess the winning moves, try to guess the key moves in the critical moment, in some of the critical moments of this chess game. So let's check out without further delay. Susan Polgar starts the game with d4, and of course she is considered as one of the strongest female chess players of all times. So knight to f6, knight to f3, e6, bishop to f4, and this is the London system. So b6, developing the knight, bishop to b7, e3, knight to h5, and bishop to g5, bishop to e7, exchanging the bishops, bishop to d3, d6, c4, knight to d7, and then b4 we see queenside expansion by Susan Polgar. a5, a3, f5, and exchanging the pawns, rook takes and attacking the rook and activating the knight. So rook goes back, maybe rook to a8 was better. I don't know, I'm just saying. Then we see d5. And this also undermines the f-pawn. So if capturing the pawn, what is defending the f-pawn? So this is why black wants to cement his pawn structure, and he pushed the g-pawn. D takes on e6, and black didn't want to capture the pawn with the queen. Can you see why black didn't want to capture the pawn? Well, black played knight to f8. Robert Jamieson goes back, and this move was an accurate move. If capturing the pawn with the queen, then can you see the move? It is white to move. What would you do if you had the white pieces? Okay, knight from f to d4, and after defending the queen, then knight to b5, forking the rook and also the c-pawn. And if defending the rook, we can capture the pawn with check. If not defending the rook, we can capture the rook. Okay, so this is why you can see that black has some problems in this position. So g6, capturing the pawn and not capturing the pawn with the queen. But knight goes back, knight to f8, and capturing the pawn with the knight is the idea. And Susan Polgar played knight from f to d4, and this opens the queen. Actually capturing the pawn with the knight should have been considered in this position. According to the computer chess engine, that was the best move. But black played knight to g7 for some reason. Maybe in this position he was afraid because of a bishop or knight takes a pawn. And if capturing the pawn, queen takes knight is possible. So black was extra cautious, and knight goes back, but this gives Susan Polgar a very important time, a very important tempo. So what would you do again in this position? Can you guess the next move of white? So white has a very strong move in this position. If you want, you can also pause the video. It's not very obvious. Okay, so I hope you have seen c5, because you can see that the king haven't castled, and this light squares could be very dangerous. So this is sacrificing a pawn, and after capturing, bishop checks the king, and black has a problem in this position. How to defend? Pushing the pawn is not good. We can capture. So king to d8, actually what else? And then what would you do? Again, this is also a very important move, a very important moment of this chess game. And white has a very strong move. So if I give you a few seconds to pause the video if you want, can you guess the next move of Suzan Polgar? If you want, you can always pause the video, of course. There is no need to rush. Okay, I hope you have seen knight takes on c5, and this is what Suzan Polgar played. And this is winning for white, and we have knight takes pawn. But of course, capturing the knight doesn't work, because this is winning the queen. Discovered check and attacking the queen, and there is no defense. Black is losing the queen. So after king to d8, knight takes on c5, knight takes and capturing the bishop, knight takes on b7, and Robert Jamieson didn't capture the knight and he played king to c8, and I think this position is reasonable, because if capturing the knight, then knight to c6, forking the king and the queen. And thank you for the game, thank you very much. So okay, knight takes bishop is a killer move, and actually after moving the king, it's not making much difference because this is still losing. Polgar played knight to c6, forking the queen and the rook. So after defending the queen, capturing the rook with check, king takes knight, what else? And then bishop to c6, and that's all she wrote. Black resigned. Because of this very simple continuation, actually there are multiple choices for black, and black is getting force checkmated in all of them. Very beautiful, very interactive chess game by Suzan Polgar. So let me show you a few of them, or all of them actually, just for fun. So if king takes knight, then we have check, checkmate. And if king to b6, check, checkmate. Look at the beauty of this checkmate. And after bishop to c6, if king to b8, then we have check. And where is the king going? Only move, check, mate. And if king to a6, check, check, and checkmate again. And let's see what happens if king to b6 finally, rook to b1, queen to a4, checkmate. Okay, so what do you think about this chess game? I think this was a very beautiful, very interactive chess game by Suzan Polgar, the older sister of Judith Polgar, and I hope you have seen some of the key moves in this chess game. I think Robert Jamieson got caught off guard in this chess game. So thanks again, and I hope to see you again with more interactive games. Take care and bye bye.